Sherry.
Oh, she's got to go up the stairs again.
Should we carry her?
Is she okay? Oh, her name.
Mitchell?
Name.
Mitchell?
Oh yeah, they have like the Baruch Adonai, like they have that stuff up there
Mitchell, like a seat?
for the Aliyahs.
Yeah.
I'll do it like this.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous. I'm going to distract you
I'm gonna mess
now.
up for my
I
Aliyah.
got
I'm
one
not
on
going
each
to mess
side.
up. There's a plaque over there. It's Poppy and I.
Yeah, I know.
And
There's
look-
one on the
and
Bima
did you
too.
see on the-
Yeah.
Well, this is the Beamer, really.
Well,
This is
whatever.
the Beamer?
Yeah, but I'm not.
What is that?
I'm doing everything. I'm doing
It's a
everything
Bima,
over
too.
there. Because that's where the cancer stand.
Right.
I can't believe
Well, where
today's
do you
the
read the
day.
Torah
I
from,
have
up
to-
here or over there?
I
Over
read
there.
over there.
And you want to hear a dress story for Chloe? I bought her this dress to go to a wedding that she had.
That one where you can stand where
2
the
weeks
Torah
ago.
is, it's got
Yeah.
our names on the side.
And my mother-in-law, Nana, said,
donated
you know
that,
what,
yes.
Chloe, you better try the dress on.
We donated
It just fits. She said she has to keep lifting it.
The what? The,
Ladies on the inside.
Sherry, come.
Ladies on the outside?
Inside.
Inside.
this way? You want us?
Should I move this?
Yeah, let's get rid of this. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Chloe. Hi, Jason.
All right. I gave my mom the, what is that?
This is called to fill it.
What is
It's
it
something
for?
with prayers from God in the boxes. So Jews put them on every morning, except Shabbat.
Daddy does it in his closet in the morning before you guys even wake up.
Oh, you should come out of the closet.
Yeah, you should.
Sometimes on vacation, Chase'll ask for a wrap.
I'm looking at the kicks of the, so I'm the assistant and I'm seeing if everybody smiles good and stuff. Because, like, I'm gonna go do it now. You can watch me.
I'm totally going to watch you, Stella.
First time I assisted, someone was chewing gum, and the photographer was like, go get the gum. Yeah.
Let me guess, you're Samara's sister.
I am.
She looks just like.
Let's all look at Chloe. And look back at me for a while.
But Monday and Thursday we start meeting again in person. So if you ever want to join us, what time? 7:15 on Monday, Thursday. So the rest of the week we do 8:30. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so happy to hear that, Stella. And you know what? I hope that maybe next year you'll be in first grade. Maybe you'll learn to cross some keys. Maybe. Tom, that's a lot of fun. Then you're going to first grade? You told me. On legal holidays, we do it on third. Those are candies. Those are fruit candies. And you're going to cross them for Gemma when she finishes the churros. All right, what do you think? Are we ready to get everyone in place? This is called the Shabbat. These have prayers. These boxes have prayers from the Torah. There are prayers. Like, you know, every reading the Torah scroll, there's a mini scroll here and here.
rabbi and the cantors lead, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't worry.
80% of this is choreography. Yeah, he's true. Don't worry. All right. If I could ask everyone to take a seat. Shh. If I could ask everyone to take a seat, we're about to begin. If you could grab when you walk in either a red or gray siddur, a red or gray siddur, that's the prayer book we're going to be using, as well as for all the men to grab a talit. If the women would like to wear one, they can as well. But if you want to follow along in the service, please grab a gray or red siddur. We're about to begin with the morning service. You ready? How far away is he? Okay. If I could ask everyone to take a seat and please grab a siddur. Please grab either a red or gray prayer book. I'd like to first begin by inviting our Bechor HaBat Mitzvah, our Bat Mitzvah girl, Gemma Slade, along with her parents, Samara and Mitchell, to present her with her very first talit, her Bat Mitzvah talit. I'm going to ask them each to take an end. All right, if you could say out loud the bracha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hiratef b'tzitzit.
Beautiful. Amen. It's up and it's good, as we say in football.
Mommy will use your hair. Hey.
I'm going to ask you now to take a seat on the other side of the sanctuary with my colleague, Cantor Yossi Kauravani. We'll be hearing from you in just a moment, but as they say in baseball, you're batting 1,000. You're off to a great start. And we have three parts of the service. The first part is known as Birchot HaShachar, the blessings over the dawn. The second part of the service is known as Pesukei Zimra, which are warm-up prayers that we do in order to get us in the mood, just like a runner or a swimmer might stretch before they go into the ocean or they run or before a workout. And then we have the Shachar, morning service, in which we take out the Torah. So if you have your Siddurim, please open to page 6. And I'd like to ask everyone to please rise. And on page 6, we're going to begin with a litany or a list of prayers known as the Birchot HaShachar, the blessings over the dawn. We respond Amen after each and every bracha. So please join Cantor Caravani. You can respond with the Amen after every blessing, top of page 6. Amen. Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם שעשני ישראל.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם שעשני בן חורי.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם פוקח עברי.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם מתיר אסורים. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם מלביש ערומים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם זוקף כפופים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם רוקע ארץ על המים.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם עוזר ישראל בגבורה.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם הנותן ליעף כוח.
Amen. You may be seated. We continue silently until the bottom of the page.
You want to follow the book or you don't need to? Sitting here, enjoy. There is a water there. So maybe you bring the water here. Yes, get it here. ברוך אתה אדוני גומל חסדים טובים לעמו ישראל, יהי רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותי. שאנחנו משקים מערבים ערב הבוקר אומרים פעמיים בכל יום שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד קדש את שמך מקדיש את שמך וקדש את שמך בעולמך וישוקתך תרים ותגביה קרננו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש את שמך ברבים. Page 12, Rabbi Ishmael Omer.
Bishloshes Remi Dot, Toner, Josh, Mikal.
וכן שני כתובים מחדשים את שווה כתוב השלישי ויכריע ביניהם יהי רצון מפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו תן חלקנו בתורתך יא בבית שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו תן חלקנו בתורתך שם עבדך כמאורע מוכשנים קדמוניות.
Page 13, the Kaddish de Rabbanan. This is for all those in mourning or observing a yard site. Please join me. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me'rabah ve'alma divrach d'urutei v'yamlich machutei v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayed chol beit Yisrael ba'gala v'zman kari v'imeru Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'ol maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah brechu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiran ve'alma v'imaru amen Al Yisrael ve'al Rabbanan ve'al Tamidehon ve'al kol Tamidehon ve'al kol mandaskin baraita divatra hadain v'dibachol atar v'atar Yehei lachon elachon shlama rabba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arimin l'zachar rivka ufkarna min kadam abuhon divishmai v'imaru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemai v'chayim tovim aleinu v'yal Yisrael v'yimaru amen.
Amen.
Aseh shalom bimramav uvrachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen.
Amen.
Page 14.
מזמור שיר חנוכת הבית לדוד. הפכת מספדי למחולי, פיתחת שקי ותאזן שמחה למען זמנך כבוד ולא ידום, אדוני אלוהי לעולם עודך.
Mourner's Kaddish, page 15. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei rabah.
אמן.
Ba'alma divrach uretei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayed chol beit Yisrael ba'gala v'zman Meru, Amen.
Men yeshmer Rabban Morach Olam Ol
Me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yihadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudashah brechu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechat ta damiran be'alma v'yimeru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru. We rise, page 16, for the second part of the preliminary service. It's known as Pesukei de Zimra. These are songs of praise. And we begin with Baruch She'amar, page 16.
Baruch She'amar v'haya olam baruch hu Baruch omer v'oseh Baruch gozar mekayem Baruch merachem al haaretz Baruch merachem al habriot Baruch meshalem sachar tov lireah Baruch halad v'kam lenetzach Baruch podem matzir Baruch shemo Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam el v'rachamanu b'lai v'fo meshubach v'am shal chasidav avadav v'shirei David avdecha na'al lecha Adonai Eloheinu mishpachot v'nezmirot נגדלך שמך מפארך נזכה שמך מכנו לכת כל הימים מלך משובע מפאר שמו הגדול ברוך אתה אדוני מלך מהולל בתשבחו.
You may be seated, page 21.
אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד יעללו חסלה.
אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
Oh, it's a bit quiet now. תהילת אדוני ידבר פיו, יברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה.
We continue in the middle of page 25.
הללויה, הללו אל בקודשו, הללו ברכיה עוזו. Your friend is here. Which school are you going to? הללו, הללו בצלצלי שמע, הללו, הללו בצלצלי תרועה, כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה, הללויה, הללויה בצלצלי שמע, הללויה, הללויה בצלצלי תרועה, כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה, הללויה, כל הנשמה תהלליה, הללויה, הללויה, ברוך אדוני לעולם אמן אמן, ברוך אדוני מציון שכון שלום הללויה, ברוך אדוני אלוהים עושה נפלאות טובתו וראש חודו למלך כל הארץ אמן ואמן.
We rise, top of 26.
ויברך דוד את אדוני לעיני כל הקהל ויאמר דוד. אתה אדוני אלוהים אשר בחרת באברהם והוצאת מאור כסדים ושמת שמו אברהם ומצאת את לבבו נאמן לפניך וחרות עמו הברית. והים בקעת לפניהם ויעברו בתוך הים ביבשה ואת רודפיהם השלכת במצולות כמו אבן במים עזיים ויושע אדוני ביום את ישראל מיד מצרים. I'm so happy I have it quiet, it's good. Feel comfortable about it, please. אדוני מקדש אדוני כננו ידיך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד כי לאדוני המלוכה משה בגויים עולם משיעים בעציון ושפוטת עריסיו והייתה לאדוני המלוכה והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום הוא אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We continue now at the top of page 29 with Yishtabach. This is the official segue or transition into the morning service, what we call the Shacharit service.
השתבח שמך לעד מלכנו.
ברכות והודות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות אל ההודעות. אדון הנפלאות הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך ערכי העולמים.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
בעלמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה. You can join us. ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי
רבה מבורך.
לעולם.
עלמי עלמיה. יתברא וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה
ברכו
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעולמם.
ואמרו אמן.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם יוצרו ובורא חושך עושה שלום ובורא את הכל.
You may be seated, middle of page 30.
You're doing great.
ועל מאורו שעשית יפרוך הסלע תתברך צורנו מלכנו וגואלנו בורא קדושים. אור חדש על ציון תהיה ונזכה כולנו מעל אורו. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות. אהבה רבה אהבתנו. page 32 on the top. Good morning everyone. I would like to get me some help with clapping with Gemma. She had bat mitzvah today. Do you know that? And I would like to sing with you some song. You continue to clap in on this beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. והאר עינינו בתורתך, ודבק בנו במצוותיך, ביחד לבבינו, אהבה וליראה את שמך, שלא נבוש לעולם ועד, לא נבוש לעולם ועד, כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בטחנו, נגילה ונשמחה, נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך. You are so great, you can come tomorrow also. כן, אבטן שמך הגדול סלע באמת, להודות לך אותך לבא את שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
היום שמעו תשמעו מצוותיו שאנוכי מצווה אתכם היום. למען דיברו עמכם לבניכם על האדמה שנשבע אדוני לאבותיכם לתת להם כי מהשמיים על הארץ. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר בני ישראל אמרת להם עשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם בדולותם בנתנו הציצית הקנה פתיל תכלת והיה לכם לציצית וריתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם אחרי עיניכם אשר אתם שונאים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני לכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. לדור ודור קם שמו קם חסון הכל מלכותו ואמונתו לעד קיימת ודבריו חיים וקיימים. עזרת אבותינו אתה ומעולם מגן ומשם לכם בכל דבר ברור מה שומעך משפטיך וצדקתך עד אפסי הארץ. תהילות אלינו ברוך ומבורך משה בני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה שירה חדשה שמחו גאולים לשמך שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל עובדיכם עמך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We rise, page 36B, for the Amidah, the standing portion of the service. You'll see me turn my back towards you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just facing straight ahead at the Aron Kodesh, the Holy Ark, where we keep our Torahs. More importantly, eastward towards Jerusalem, where we always direct our hearts and our minds. Page 36B.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו לאבותינו לאברהם וליצחק וליעקב ולשרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות מביא גואל לבני בני אנמן שמו בעבר מלך חוזר ופוקד ומושיע מגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה אתה גיבור עולם אדוני מחי מתים אתה רב להושיע מוריד אתה על מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בא גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיי ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמר אתה לך עוד מתים ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם כדי שמקדישים אותו לשמי מורם ככתוב על יד נביאך וקרא זה אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלך כל הארץ כבודו לעומתם ברוך יאמרו ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו דברי קודשך כתוב לאמור ימלוך אדוני לעולם ולאחצינו דור ודור הללויה
לדור ודור לדור ודור
לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד Let's hear you everyone
לדור ודור לדור ודור
לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד גודלך ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש קדושתך נקדיש בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד
לדור ודור לדור ודור
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך one more time
לדור ודור לדור ודור
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה גדול וקדוש אתה כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה גדול וקדוש אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue to daven silently in the Hebrew or the English through page 45.
Yikadal ve'yikadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divera kirute ve'amlich malhute.
Lecha hayechon uv yomechon uv chaye dechol bet Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imeru.
Amen.
Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amei almaya Yitbara ve'yishtaba de'it pa'ar ve'it romam de'it naseh ve'it hadar ve'it alei ve'it halal Shemei dekudasha
Brechu
le'elam min kol birhata ve'shirata
tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'olma ve'imeru. Amen.
We're about to open the ark and take out the Torah scroll. In order to open the ark and help us with removing the Torah, we call up Gemma's younger siblings, Chase and Stella. And to remove the Torah, we invite up Brant, Jessica, and Eleanor. And we also, in addition to carrying the Torah, we invite up Scott, Jennifer, Tyler, Spencer, and Alana Slade. But we also call up Gemma's parents and her grandparents. Yeah, basically. A quarter of the room, because we're going to pass the Torah from generation to generation, Lador Vador, is when we take it out. Page 65, Seder Kriyat Torah, the service are opening up and taking out and subsequently reading from the Torah scroll.
קומה אדוני ויפוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי מציון תצא תורה כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה תורה ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
Brant and Jessica, where did we just go? We take the Torah from the ark, and this is a special Torah, by the way. This is a Torah that is part of family heirloom. This was rescued from the Holocaust, right?
Yes.
From Kristana, right. Gemma's going to talk about it in her sermon, but I think we're putting it to very good use today. And it's passed from generation to generation, as we say in Hebrew, Lador Vador, from grandparents to parents, and finally to Gemma herself. Stop.
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור מגדיל גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי אל מלך גדול, כי אל מלך גדול, את קדוש אתה. כי אל מלך גדול, כי אל מלך גדול, וקדוש אתה.
Turn around for a moment, we face the ark and we bow.
גדלו לאדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. אדוני,
So with Scott, Jennifer, Tyler, which one wants to take it? Okay. All right, ready?
please follow us. אדוני,
Hagdulah. Follow line.
Gemma, get up there.
Torah, Torah, Tzivah lanu Moshe.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, Torah. Thank you very much. Torah, tziva lanu Moshe. Take these out, please. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let me lift up for you.
I just want to explain for a moment the significance of reading the Torah this morning. Some of you may not be used to Torah being read on a weekday morning. Let me explain. Every Shabbat, we read an entire section of the Torah, what's known as a parsha, or portion. It's called the Parshat HaShavua. And then on Saturday afternoon, before sunset, you read the next Aliyah, or the opening of that parsha for the coming week. Kind of like what would be a trailer or coming attraction in the movies. On Monday and Thursday morning, that Aliyah is repeated. And then on Saturday morning, you read that Aliyah plus 7 more. This was the way it was traditionally done for centuries. If you've ever been to weekday services in a synagogue on a Monday or Thursday morning, I know Michael Katz has often joined us, you'll recognize that. One of the reasons they chose Monday and Thursday mornings in addition to Saturday afternoons was they didn't want there to be more than 3 days without Torah being read. It says in the Torah how when the Israelites traveled in the desert, they were never more than 3 days without a supply of water. And the rabbis connect the term mayim, water, with Hebrew. They say it's an allusion, one to the other. So the idea is we should never be more than 3 days without words of Torah to quench our thirst and sustain us. This week, the Torah reading is Parshat Naso. It's the second parsha, the second portion of the book of Numbers. If you have your small Sidurim, you don't need to go for a new book. It can be found in page 298. The entire Torah reading, the entire Aliyah that Jem is going to read from the actual scroll itself, from her family scroll, can be found in the Hebrew, page 298. She's going to do 4 Aliyot. It's traditionally 3, but she's going to repeat the third Aliyah. She's going to repeat the first Aliyah, sorry. And for that very first Aliyah, we call up Mitchell and Shari Cherna, her maternal grandparents.
Everything okay, Moshe anymore. Wait for you. I need to see the blessing.
Batigale Machuto by Mislainu Kolon, complete general pizza on Israel, Bachenu Chasarachmim Benomar, Amen, Hakul Havuk on Elinuch Ra, Ya'amdu, Michael ben Yisrael, Usora ve Susha? Sucha. Bat Yitzchak v'Simcha la'Aliyah harishon b'mkom haKohen Baruch Shem Shantam Yisrael b'Kedushato v'Temadim Lachem Chayim Kuchem Hayom.
Baruch et atah.
Baruch Adonai Morach L'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach L'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen. Top of 298.
Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor naso et rosh bnei Gershon gam hem levet avotam lemishbechotam mi ben shaloshim shana v'amala Ad ben hamishim shana tivkod otam kol haba litzvot sava la'avod avoda be'ohel moed zot avodat mishpehot hagereshuni la'avod ulemasa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chai olam nata b'tokenu. Baruch atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen. For the second blessing, we call up her paternal grandparents, Michael and Ruth Slade, Ya'amdu Michael ben Aharon v'Chana v'et Ruth bat Pinchas v'tova la'Aliyah hashmiyah.
Wait for that. Make it great. See? No problem.
Baruch Hu Adonai Amvorach.
Baruch Adonai Morach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Naso et Rosh Bnei Gershom Gam Hem Levet Avotam Lemishbechotam Mi Ben Sheloshim Shana Vamala Ad Ben Hamishim Shana Tivkod Otam Kol Haba Litzvot Tzava La'avod Avodah Be'ohel Moed Zot Avodat Mishpehot Hagerishuni La'avod Ulemasa.
Okay. So, touch your keys. Good job.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet. Chayei Olam V'nata B'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Thank you.
And now taking the third aliyah are Gemma's parents, Mitchell and Samara Slade. Ya'amdu. What's Mitchell's Hebrew name?
Mitchell is Menachem.
Menachem, that's right. Menachem, ve'et, your Hebrew name is Samara?
No.
Simcha. Menachem ben
Yemima, but Simcha.
Michael, the Simcha bat, what's your father's name? Michael, all right. Michael, the Aliyah HaShlishit. The turning continues in the middle of page 298.
Touch and kiss.
Say the blessing. Give to your wife also to kiss. Good job. Good husband. Baruch go.
Baruch Hu Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Morach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Baruch Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'naseu et Yeriot Hamishkan that Ohel Moed Michsehu Umichseh Hatahash Asher Alav Milemala Ve'et Masa Peita Ohel Moed Ve'et Kalehe Hatzer Ve'et Masa Peita Shar He Hatzer Asher Al Hamishkan Ve'al Hamizbeah Saviv Ve'et Meterehem Ve'et Kol Kelei Avodatam Ve'et Kol Asher Ye'aseh Lehem Ve'avadu Al Pi Aronu Vana Tiev Kol Avodat B'nei Hagerishuni L'hol Masa'am U'lehol Avodatam Ufgadstem Alehem Memishmeret et Kol Masa'am Zot Avodat Mishbechot B'nei Hagerishuni Be'ohel Moed Umishmartam Beyad Itamar Ben Aharon HaKohen. Where do I start here?
To say the blessing before. You have to say go.
Baruch Hu et Adonai.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chai Olam. Nota B'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
She was no middle.
ימות אמות 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 כלת בת מצווה ימימה בת מנחם ושמחה שלישי בכבוד.
Last aliyah is taken by Gemma herself.
1 second. Oh, the candy.
Yes, if we could ask her sister Stella along with Chase to pass out the candy. We're going to hold on to this until we give you the signal. After Gemma has finished chanting from this aliyah, we're all going to lovingly toss the candy at her. Not the operative word being toss, not throw or whip it. We're trying to shower her with love and good fortune in her new life ahead, in the years ahead. But wait till we give you the signal, and let's not throw it at close range, and let's not whip it. Let's not throw it harshly. We're going to throw it with love.
Wait, is this the last?
Okay.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
B'nei Merari Lemishbechotam Levet Avotam Tivkod Otam Mi Ben Sheloshim Shana Vamala Ve'ad Ben Hamishim Shana Tivkedem Kol Haba Latzava La'avod Et Avodat Ohel Moed V'zot Mishmeret Masam Lehol Avodatam Be'ohel Moed Kashay Hamishkan Uvrihav Va'amudav Va'adanav Ve'amudeh Hatzer Saviv Ve'adnehem Vitedo Tam Uvshemo Umeterahem Lehol Kelehem Ulehol Avodatam Uvshemo Tivkedu Et Kele Mishmeret Masam Sot Avodat Mishbechot B'nei Merari Lechol Avodatam Be'ohel Moed Beyad Itamar Ben Aharon HaKohen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Everyone hold on to that candy for a moment. Don't do anything yet. It's my honor on the occasion of her publicly becoming a bat mitzvah in front of family and friends to bless her with the Hebrew blessing of a bat mitzvah in both the Hebrew and the English. You ready, gentlemen? Mishaberach Kemra HaMitzvah V'Kos V'Kachov V'Leahu V'Orach Et Yemima Bat Menachem V'Simcha Shagia L'Mitzvot Al Tali Bod HaMakom HaKodesh Baruch Yishmereha V'Yacheha V'Yichoni Liba L'Yot Shem Yimra L'Hera L'Go V'Torah L'Lecha V'Jechol V'Shmor Mitzvotav V'Shaf V'Chav V'Tafol B'Asayadeha Yirtzon Shus Kera L'Gadlat L'Tola L'Kufa L'Masim Tovim V'Tim Savchan V'Sechel Tov B'Nei Elohim V'Adam V'Nomar Amen. May God bless our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless Gemma Slade, who has been called to the Torah upon reaching the age of mitzvot, with reverence for God, the Torah, and the day. May the Holy One protect and sustain her, helping her be wholehearted in her faith, to study Torah and fulfill the Torah, and to walk in God's ways. May Gemma's parents rear her to maturity, guiding them to a love of Torah, Jewish learning, to the chuppah. Yeah. You know what that is?
Will you get married in?
Yes, very good. But first we've got Chase and Stella's B'nai Mitzvah to worry about. And to a life of good deeds. May Gemma find favor before God and all the community, and let us all say, Amen. Amen. And now I'd like to ask everyone to please lovingly toss the candy to Gemma.
Okay, now we are clapping back again and singing Siman Tov u'Mazal Tov, Siman Tov u'Mazal Tov u'Mazal Tov, Siman Tov u'Mazal Tov, Siman Tov u'Mazal Tov. Clapping. Yehelanu, hey, Siman Tov u'Mazal Tov, Siman Tov, Mazal Tov. סימן טוב ומזל טוב, וסימן טוב יהיה לנו, יהיה לנו, יהיה לנו, ולכל ישראל. יהיה לנו, יהיה לנו, ולכל ישראל. דוד מלך ישראל, חי וקיים. דוד מלך ישראל, חי וקיים.
And I'd like to ask everyone to please rise. I'd like to call back up Mitchell Slade for lifting the Torah, along with his great-grandmother, Lucille, Gemma's great-grandmother, for binding the Torah.
Wait a minute, please.
Yeah, Amod, Menachem, Ben Michael, Verut, LeHamagbia, Va'et.
What's your Hebrew name?
Sora, Bat. What's your Aharon, Hagolelet.
Left up.
Bezot Torah, Asher, Samoshe, Lifnei B'nei Yisrael.
Make a circle.
Al Pi Adonai, B'yad. You may be. And to return the Torah for us, we'd like to call up Jeff, Daniel, Aiden, and Cameron Jackowitz to help us return the Torah. Of course, Chase and Stella to help us open the Ark. And replacing the Torah, we'd also like to call up Chloe and Jason Silver.
Yes, I give it cover. This side, this way. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. For many, many years.
Okay.
And who is carrying it for you?
He's going to carry it.
Hallelujah, Shem Adonai, Ki nishgach shmo levado. Odo aleret, v'shamayim, haya arem ke'er le'avo. Ila echol chasidav b'nei Yisrael am kerobo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. לדבר כשמור על הארץ ומלאה. מיד אמרנו אנחנו כמו שנקים כפיים במעברה. שלא מסר לשם מספיק ולא נשמע לקדמה. יישא ברכה ותנו מהצדקה ולא ראשון. סזור גורשם שפרדה את סלע. סור שער מסתכם צחוק בגלמה ויבוא מלך הכבוד. מי עוזר מלך הכבוד אדוני צחוק ומלך הכבוד סלע.
Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים בתגל הארץ. יהי רמיה, יהי רמיה, יהי רמיה מאומלואו. יהי רמיה, יהי רמיה, יהי רמיה מאומלואו. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה בתומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה. חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם. Okay, good job. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Gemma. Gemma.
We're going to conclude the service in just a moment. For now, we continue on page 82, Kaddish Shalem. This is the full Kaddish, as opposed to the Chatzi Kaddish, the half Kaddish. This always follows the Amidah, and usually signifies we're coming to the conclusion of the service. Page 82.
יתגדל שמי רבה, בול מה דברה, קירותי במיך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחייתך בית ישראל. מעגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמעול מיה, דבריו שטבע בתפאר בתרומה, מתנשא בתדע ותעלה ותעלה שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעילם כל מכתב שירתת ושבחתיו נחמתת מן הבמה ואמרו אמן. תתקבץ לאותון ובאותון בכל ישראל קדם ובאון דבשמה ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ואמרו אמן. Ose
Shalom b'mrumav.
Let's join us. Hu yaseh
Shalom aleinu be'ako Yisrael v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, hey, yaseh shalom, hey, shalom aleinu be'ako Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, hey, Yaseh shalom, hey, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
V'imru amen.
Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונה ובאו. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרא בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו. ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה למלך
על כל הארץ.
ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Mourner's Kaddish, page 84. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'agala v'zman kari v'yimeru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevorach le'olam u'me'ol maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah brechu leila min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen.
Amen.
Aseh shalom b'mramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. You may be seated. In addition to so eloquently chanting from the Torah, from her parents' Torah, family's Torah, and leading us in portions of the service, and deftly dodging those fruit candy projectiles, Gemma has prepared a Devar Torah, some words of Torah about that, which she and I have studied together these past few months. She's going to deliver it slowly and clearly, and not forgetting to enunciate each and every word, while also flashing us that beautiful smile of hers. So without any further ado, I give you our Bechora Habat Mitzvah, our Bat Mitzvah girl this morning, Gemma Slade.
Hi and good morning. Thank you to everyone that came here to support me for my bat mitzvah. It means a lot to me. I've worked very hard to perfect my Torah portion, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. My Torah reading is Naso from the book of Numbers. I would like to share a brief summary about what is found in my Torah reading. My Torah reading is all about trust and the consequences you may receive if you betray someone's trust. For example, at the different points of history, in the different cultures and communities, if the husband suspected that his wife was cheating, the wife would have to go through these tests or ordeals to prove she is innocent and that she loves him. Some of these tests or ordeals may be when she has to throw herself into a river to prove her innocence to the husband and the community. If she survives, she is innocent. If she drowns, she was guilty. Some wives may be thrown out of the house, divorced, publicly humiliated, beaten, or killed. In our Torah reading, the wife was subjected to the bitter water taste in front of the Israelite priests and members of the community. She had to drink bitter water that had a curse inscribed on it in parchment. And crumbled up in the water, if her belly swelled and her thighs sagged, they claimed that she was guilty of idolatry and would be killed. Clearly, these women suffered at the hands of jealous husbands. Their treatment was cruel and unfair. There seemed to be no trust between a husband and a wife. She was automatically be assumed guilty. There was, however, no trial for the husband if being suspected of anything suspicious. In my own life, I can connect this to the theme of trust and honesty. Throughout my life, my parents have always taught me to be truthful and honest. I've always had an open and honest relationship with my whole family that I cherish. Honesty and trust means a lot to me, and are two qualities I always look for in people. Throughout my life, I found out that some people don't like to be truthful and honest. This is nothing like the test ordeals the wives had to go through, but it does somewhat relate to my life. If someone is not being truthful or honest with me, it makes me feel betrayed, like how the husbands felt when they thought their wife had been acting suspicious. All of my life, I look for friends and am surrounded by family that are truthful and honest with me. Sometimes we can all be a little too honest, but I appreciate it. I think it is very important to be honest with everyone to have good relationships. I'm so lucky to have such a wonderful and strong relationships with my family and friends. There's also one more lesson from my Torah reading that I'd like to share. In my Torah reading, one little miscommunication may have led a husband to believe that his wife was cheating. This also relates to my life because people, including myself, are addicted to social media. There is so much to put out there, and if you say something out of context, it can be used against you. One bad comment, post, or like from years and years ago may have serious implications later in life. For example, it could affect you being accepted into college or getting a job. But it is not just colleges and jobs that are having this problem. It can be under any circumstance. This world can be fun but also scary. You are judged on everything you post. One bad photo or comment can lead to serious consequences. Even though you will not be facing the consequences like back then, you will still be faced with issues. This is another reason I'm so appreciative of being so open and honest, because I have friends and family that help me so I don't make these mistakes. Becoming a bat mitzvah is so important to me and now means that I will be a part of the Jewish community as an adult by law. I hope to set a good example for my family, friends, and all of the Jewish community. I will observe the rules of each holiday and fast when it is needed. I will take everything that I've learned from my Torah portion and my Hebrew school experience and try to apply it in my everyday life. I will also reflect on myself and try to make myself a better person. I would like to end with thanking the following people that helped me get to this most special day. The first people I would like to thank are the rabbi, mentor, and all my Old Westbury Hebrew congregation. Thank you for all teaching me and guiding me through my Hebrew school experience. You made it a fun and enjoyable environment for me. You taught me everything I needed to prepare for this day, from learning all the way to me. I would like to also thank my friends. You are all so special to me and are always there for me. Best time when we are together. Next, I would like to thank my family, my grandparents, Nana, my aunts, uncles, and cousins. You are the best, and I learned so much from you. I love all the time we spent together. Thank you for always supporting me, and I love you all. Now I would like to thank my brother and sister, Chase and Stella. Even though we may not get along all of the time, does not mean I don't love you both. You two are such a big part of my life, and as a big sister, I try to teach you and set good example. And sometimes I even learn from you. Thank you for always supporting me and being great siblings. For the final thank you, I'd like to thank my parents. Mom and Dad, thank you for everything you do for me. You guys always support me and guide me through everything. Even though I don't show it all the time, I truly do. I'm honored to be standing up here in front of the Torah that my great-grandpa saved from a synagogue. On Crystal Night, my great-grandfather, who was in the U.S. Army, risked his life and ran into a burning temple to save this Torah. He shipped the Torah and a piece of furniture to his family in the U.S. Because of the story back then, I now have the honor to read from this Torah that my family has read for generations. Thank you for all coming and supporting me. Everyone in this room has a special meaning in my life, and I'm so grateful that you all are here.
Gemma, thank you very much. That was beautiful. And of course, it's great to work with you and to work with your family. This is, talking about the Torah and how it was saved from the fires of Kristallnacht. And when we do things like that and we use it for Simcha, we don't allow Hitler and his cohorts to have a posthumous victory, right? Because we show them Judaism survives and it lives on. And you're, of course, the greatest proof of that. I mean, this is a third generation of Slade that, we've got here right now, and it's very, very special. It's an honor to have you here this morning, not just with your parents and siblings, but your grandparents on both sides and all your extended family and your friends. Hope, you don't mind missing a day of school, and that finals are working out okay. I just want to say, and I learned something new about your dad today. I've known your family for a long time, but your dad puts on tefillin every morning, as does his father, your grandfather. So please keep in mind, don't be strangers. You're welcome to join us any Monday or Thursday morning. We would love to have you, as we would love to have you now that you're a bat mitzvah. And I'd like, on behalf of our community now, to present you with some gifts, okay? So first, this is a certificate signed by both myself and Cantor Caravani and Mindy Kremer, our religious school director, and our president, Sandra Weingarten, to prove it really happened. You could frame this, put it in your photo album. Hold on. Okay, thanks. And you also have a gift certificate for 1 year free membership to the JCC.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me just put this away. And we have actually also a Chumash. This has your Torah reading in it, Hebrew and English, along with all the Torah readings. Take it with you, keep it by your bedside. Maybe read one page. Before you go to bed, one page every night. Okay. And before you go to college, see how far you've gotten. This will be a great resource to have with you. I encourage you to take it with you to school because at some point you're going to have to take a Survey of Western Literature course. I know I did when I went to Brandeis, and I guarantee you they're going to make reference to the Hebrew Scriptures, the Bible, most widely read book in the world, and it started with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, she's so polite. She keeps saying thank you. This is a Kiddush cup. Maybe at the end of the day, any spare change you have, you put in there. And before you go off to college, you can donate it to a worthy Jewish charity of your choice. And finally, this is from me. If these look familiar, right? I think together they make purple, right, which is your favorite color. I'm going to put this in the bag. So take these home with you. I don't know if you've heard my spiel before. Put them in your parents' freezer. One day you're going to meet someone special. About a week before your wedding, take them out, let them thaw out. Then on your wedding night, each you and your special someone each have one, each eat one. The idea being you're going from simcha to simcha. Just like that Torah is passed down from generation to generation, God willing, you'll have a lot of successes in your life ahead. You'll have middle school graduations, high school graduations, college graduations, dance competitions. But the next major Jewish milestone that you'll have will be your wedding. So keep that with you. And now I'd like to ask you to bow your head ever so slightly as the cantor and I bestow upon you something that's actually from this week's Torah reading that you read. It's known as the Birkat Kohanim, the priestly benedictions. Parents recite it every Friday night traditionally over their children, either after lighting candles or at the dinner table. And again, it was first found in this week's Torah reading.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May the Lord bless you and keep you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May the Lord God shine his countenance upon you and be gracious to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May the Lord God gaze upon you always and extend to you and your family a lifetime of health, happiness, and most of all, what we need in this world today, peace. You're welcome. And now I'm going to ask you to carry this, walk over to your parents. Oh, wait, don't forget your amazing sermon. When you become famous one day, you can say this was your first official public speech. I'm going to ask your mom and dad and Stella and Chase to rise in their seats. And if we could say together, very special bracha, this is the Shehechayanu blessing. Are you ready, family Slade, to repeat after me? Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechayanu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, Lazman Hazeh. Praised are you, Lord our God, sovereign of the universe, who has kept us and sustained us and caused us to arrive at this most auspicious occasion to many more Shehechayanu moments together in your future. Amen. Selah. Amen. And now I'd like to ask you to walk over to the Cantor's Bima, and everyone else, if you're comfortable, to join us there. We're going to do Kiddush and Hamotzi.